Hey, my favorite family. Welcome to my real life simple food intentional healing. Today, I'm showing you how I make my homemade date syrup, my go to when I want something sweet but still intentional. So, I started by washing my dry, deseeded dates. While I was doing that, I spotted some fine, strong ones, and I said, you people are not going inside syrup today. I set them aside because those ones are going straight to the fryer for snacks. Then I took the rest of the dates and put them in a pot, added enough water, and washed them very well because you don't know where they've been before they reached your house. Now, when you are done washing, add enough water to cover them and let it boil. Put it on your burner and cover it and let it boil until they become soft. So while that was happening, I remembered I had to air fry my dates that I set aside. So I brought out my air fryer and got my parchment paper and lined my air fryer. And those selected strong dates that I've already washed, I put them inside the air fryer and set my air fryer for 15 to 20 minutes to let them fry. Keep an eye on it so that they don't burn. And then when they came out, they were crispy, chewy, and sweet. I had to taste it first, so quality control is important. Then I let them cool and store them in an airtight jar. This is perfect for when sweet cravings come knocking, right? So you don't have to fall for processed sugar. Now back to the syrup. Once my dates were soft, I let them cool down for a bit. It doesn't have to be completely cool, and that's the benefit of using hand blender. So I went in with my hand blender right inside the pot, and yes, I had to remove small seeds I tried to hide inside because I love my blender and I'm not ready to stress myself and start looking for money to replace my blender. So once everything was smooth, I was ready to strain the dates, separate the juice from the shaft. I set up another pot, placed a sieve on it, and lined it with a clean cloth for straining. Then I poured in the blended dates, rinsed the pot of the remaining one, and also added it because nothing must waste. So I wrapped the cloth, tied it, and then the work begins. I started squeezing out the juice. Let me tell you the truth, this part is not for the weak. My hands were doing gym without warning. Keep pressing, keep squeezing, keep working those things until you've gotten out as much juice as possible. I had to just keep going. As you can see, a lot of juice is still there in there, so I have to keep working it. I even had to sit down on my small stool because we must get every drop out. After all that squeezing, I was left with just the shaft, and all the rich juice was sitting pretty in my pot. Now, this is the part I actually love. I place the juice on my burner and let it cook down slowly. You have to be patient here. It takes about 2 hours or more. As it cooks, it starts to thicken, then foam and rise. And when you stir it and the foam refuses to go down, just know your syrup is ready. Now, while this is reducing, let me quickly say this. One of the reasons I love date syrup is because it's more natural option when I want something sweet. And dates contain some fiber, antioxidants, and minerals like potassium. So compared to refined sugar, I personally prefer this, not because it's magical, but because it's simple and closer to real food. Everything in moderation, of course. Back to my syrup. Once it was ready, I turned off the heat and let it cool completely. And look at this, thick, rich, smooth, just the way I like it. Poured it in my measuring cup, then into my 2 cute bunny bottles, about 50 cl each, because if it's not cute, it isn't even mine. And just like that, homemade syrup, no additives, no preservatives, just something I made myself. For me, this is part of my lifestyle now. Choosing simple things, making what I can, and enjoying the process. Not perfect, just intentional. And you already know how we end this. If it's not nourishing me and making me happy, we are not doing it. So let me know in the comment section. Are you trying this?